Hi, welcome back. So in the last video I just gave you the demo of interpreted and a comparison between interpreted and compiled languages, and we compiled the code on the system and then ran the code on the system. So first thing first, you need to have a integrated development environment set up at your place. For in the last video I have used Visual Studio Code, and basically the Python interpreter was already there because I'm using Ubuntu, which is a Linux distribution, but I don't expect these things to be done at your place, and I don't want you to invest your time in setting these things up. So the easiest way to follow any Python course is to use Google Colab. So all you need to do is you need to go to this website, colab.research.google.com. That's it, and create a new notebook by clicking on the file, create new notebook, and you will be directed back to this page. Okay, click the connect button and it's going to allocate a system at Google server for you, and everything is going to be free for you. All major Python packages are already installed there, and the other good thing about this development environment is that it is running Jupyter Notebook. The good thing about that is that you can run the chunks of your code. Okay, so in traditional IDE setup we need to run the entire code, right, which is time consuming in case of debugging and learning. But the good thing about this is you can run chunks of your code. All you need to do is to create a new block, click on code, and if you write some code here, that chunk of the code can be run by clicking the plus button, and then the remaining part can be written in some other block in order to segregate the code. Okay, so first thing first, the hello world program. Okay, for hello world so the task is you need to print hello world. By the way, the target of this video is to know the type of how to declare variables in Python, how Python handles the variables, and perform some operations. Okay, that's what this video is going to cover. So first thing first, moving towards the syntax, let's write the hello world. So in C++, for printing something, we have a command of cout. In Python, it's simple print. Print, put the quotation mark, put the square brackets, and then in the quotation mark you can write any string. Hello everyone. Okay, now you're good to go. In order to run this code, you need to click the plus button. Okay, and it's going to, the output is shown here. Now let's move towards declaring some variables. I taught you the syntax of print because, okay, there's one more thing I want to teach you. That is how to print some variable value in the print. Okay, let's add another block. Okay, now moving towards the arithmetic operations and variable declaration. So variables are basically the memory locations, memory space allocated for you to store the data. Okay, and how much memory and what type of memory is going to be allocated depends upon the type of variable. So in different languages, in order to use the variable, you first need to explicitly declare it. Like in C++, if you want to have an integer type variable, you need to write something like this: int variable and then semicolon. Okay, but Python is beautiful language. It don't demands unnecessary steps from you. You declare the variable as you need it. That's the case in Python. Okay, and it's a dynamically typed language. Again, you will find me praising Python again and again throughout this course because I'm a fan of it. Okay, the good thing is that the dynamically typed thing means that it's going to automatically judge the type of the variable from the data you initialize the variable to. Let's do that. Okay, let me give you a demo of that. Let's create 3 variables here. Sorry, here. Okay, the first is named test1. It's declared, it's initialized with 1.0. Then the other one is test1, that is initialized with a string Hamza, and the third one is basically a type list. Okay, the list is a beautiful data structure which can have different types of entries in it. Okay, so this is string type, this is integer type, this is also string type, and you may add some float type data here as well. Okay, and you can iterate it, and we are going to get into the details of list in future. Let's get these variables type printed on the monitor. Okay, to know what type Python has set for that particular variable, you need to use the keyword type. Okay, so what I did is I wrote print in square brackets, I wrote type, and then I passed the variable to type. So whatever is going to be returned by this function type is going to be printed. Let's click the first, let's run this block, and then let's run this block. Okay, so we have the output float, string, and list, right? So Python, being a beautiful language, automatically judged the type of the variable. If I change it to integer, and then it's going to change it to int. Beautiful, right? Okay, now one more thing I want to show you in this video is that how you can print string along with the variable, right? That's important in writing the basic code, so that's, I believe, is important to be explained here. Okay, if I want to print the value of test is equals to, you come out of the quotation mark, put the comma, and then paste the variable here, and then now you can run it. So here we have the output, right? Another thing I want to show you, every language have some reserve words, okay, and those reserve words cannot be used as the variable names. This thing also is true about Python. Okay, so here is the list of the reserve words. You cannot use and as a variable. Okay, you may use and _1 etc, but and cannot be used as a variable name. This is true for all languages. This is also true for Python. Okay, so this is very much for this video. I will explain the arithmetic operations in the next video in order to limit the size of the video. Okay, thank you very much. Let's meet in the next video, and if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much.